What up, guys? Ooh, good news. Actually, I'm not even sure if anyone's in here quite yet. Not quite. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so good news. We did figure out the sorting layer issue I was running into with the trees, and now it's all, or I guess not even the trees, just the scenery in general. And honestly, it was a simple solution. Because if you don't recall, since the sorting layer was an integer, I was having issues where if something was like 1.5 and something else was at 1.7, they would, or yeah, well, no, 1.5 and 1.7 work in the same example. They would be hit or miss depending on if they drew correctly. And basically the solution literally just ended up being multiply it by 100, because then that took that level of precision from the decimal point, moved it past the decimal point. So now 1.23, which would then just be 1 under normal circumstances, would become 123. So now all of the like sorting layers are like in the hundreds and thousands and like tens of thousands and stuff like that, but it's fine. It accomplishes the same thing. And it's nice because now everything is drawing correctly in the correct order, no matter what. There's still a few weird things coming through, but like, I don't know, like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get it perfect. The goal for today now is to, first off, get these trees to quit spawning like off the map. And I think, again, that comes back to what I was doing when I figured out with the grass spawning, where the map is like shifted over and down. So I need to add 1 to the spawn points to make sure it's in the right spot. Which actually, no, I don't need to do that because the map is ultimately going to be bigger anyway. You'll never see the edge of the map because there's going to be some level of containment. So the grass is now looking good. It's now spawning pretty much in the right areas. It's not really spawning ever really on the dirt. There's a couple instances where it does, but even when it does, it still mostly makes sense. I added in a couple new tree types that are going to be like dead trees, and I'll probably have this stuff spawn like only in like the dead areas or the dirt areas. Because I cut down the amount of dirt areas in here, and these are going to be more like clearings. But yeah, so we'll probably basically that way the entire map isn't just like heavy grass and woods all the time. There, even though it is the forest, there's a bit of a break. So that's what we're going to work on today. So I'm going to go over to the little forest generator. So this one I got to be careful with because I don't want to like do the trees too heavily. But I want to make sure that there's like a level of like, yeah, it's like I want it to be a level of dense, but I also don't want it to be like too dense. So I think it's gonna have a random option of spawning like 0, 1, or 2 trees per like tile, and then like the dirt tiles will have like a 1 in like X, a chance to even spawn a tree in the first place. So yeah, what we're going to end up doing is getting rid of this whole for loop. I'm realizing this guy's not needed anymore. And then I don't need to do a for loop either, because as I generate this stuff, I can just add the parent there. So then that's going to be gone. And I'm probably going to pull these guys out into its own function later, but maybe. Okay, so we're gonna do int trees equal random.range, but this is gonna be 0 to 3 because I believe the integers are exclusive. Yeah. Discord. My phone is just getting the notification that I went live. And I think I need to make these trees. I might need to make 2 separate lists for these. Oh, did that wrong. So I'm gonna do something like that. So basically, we're gonna kind of just copy this whole bit's gonna be mostly copied. Instantiate grass. Except it's going to be... Actually, it's going to be mostly this. And then I'm going to have to add it to the tree there. So that's it there. The position will be this though. Let's just take a peek at what that looks like. I got a feeling it's going to end up being like too dense. I don't even know if I hit play or not. Yep, that is way too dense. Looks cool though. Like if we zoom this out a bit, like it looks cool, but that's way too dense. Oh, look, I got patches where I managed to. Interesting. I got weird patches that, like, I don't have a rhyme or reason as to why these patches are the way they are, but yeah, that's way, way, way too dense. Come on. I don't even want to know how many objects it just spawned in the scene there. Like I said, I gotta instantiate these in the proper way, but I'll do that once the algorithm is sorted out. Oh wow, that really is. I have an i9 in this thing too. I've got the latest generation i9 and this is causing it to come to a crawl. Funny thing, actually, I'm not utilizing all that much CPU. I think it's just Unity. Okay, so it's not a CPU issue. It's a Unity is struggling. You done yet? Oh, come on. I crashed it. I should have known this number was way too high. I didn't mean to break it. Oh, this is unfortunate. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So we now know that tree number of trees is too many. Zero, one, or two trees. I mean, two trees doesn't seem entirely. I guess let's just make a 33% chance of let's see, int chance equals random dot range of zero, one, or two. And I'll say if chance does not equal 0, then we'll do all this nonsense of spawning the tree in. I'm way too many lines deep in here. I need to clean this up a bit too, because I don't like how deep it's getting. I can definitely pull a lot of this check. Okay, so this is still way too many trees. Maybe I just do one tree per tile. One tree per tile, and it's like a 30% chance or something like that to actually spawn a tree. That should give us some density without just being completely like way too dense. Yeah, God, Unity does not like what I'm doing with this either. Oh, cool. Did it finally? Yep, it did. All right. So let's say get rid of the num trees. Get rid of this entire loop here. Bring this stuff back. Let's see if I like the density now. There we go. Oh, that's like a 6. I think I said it to like a 66% chance of. There's a lot of dirt on this map too. Okay. First off, level. I thought I told you to quit spawning the dead trees. I could. I was thinking about looking into like the is it dots or what is it called for Unity? Okay, yeah, dots and like ECS, and I'm wondering how much of a pain ECS is going to be. Okay, dots is a suite of Unity packages with the implementation of ECS. Oh, I am on call for work. I just heard my laptop go off. I'm going to be, give me 1 second so I can just check that to make sure it's not something important. Wasn't a big deal. Just forgot to, I closed out a ticket earlier and forgot to do something on it. All right, so fortunately, this should be reset now. Okay, cool. So I got this set now to... if chance equals 0. It's going to be 0, 1, or 2. So it's going to be like a 1/3 chance of spawning a tree. Maybe this will help with the Unity freaking out a bit because I'm beating it to death right now. Which is the amount of crap I'm forcing the poor thing to spawn. It's not terrible. I'm getting like a weird amount of like dirt now for some reason, which I feel like shouldn't be the case, but I need to make the default zoom on this, like maybe not quite that, but like 7.5. That seems a little bit better. Maybe I'll drop it from a 33% chance to like a 25% chance. Also, that could be why nothing is spawning there. So I'm gonna drop this down to like a 3. Let's up this to 4. Save that off. Let Unity unfigure itself out. All right, we need, where do we got space on here to while Unity's figuring out stuff? So I got room here. I got room here. I got room here, and I got a couple spaces here to keep packing stuff in because I need to add, probably add like 2 different variations of rocks. That's probably all I'm gonna need. And I don't think I'm gonna do, like, I'm not gonna go like crazy with some of the stuff, especially on the map as dense as this. We're not probably even gonna see a ton of it. Yeah, I don't know how I want to go about the rocks. So I'll probably have like a bigger rock that might take up. Okay, this looks promising. Not a ton of clearings. The trees aren't like super dense either. I kind of like this distribution. And I'm also going to get rid of the dead trees because I keep forgetting to do that. So while Unity's too busy freaking out, let's go ahead and add some rocks. Actually, rocks might require 2, now that I think about it, because I'm probably going to do like a shadow. Rock actually probably is going to be about right here. something like that. So I guess I could also flip the. Ooh, I could flip the. I can flip the sprites. It's only going to be that actually that'll be huge on the grass, and this it could cause this guy to change up a bit too. Except actually no, the shading would be wrong on this one. It's level. Let's get rid of that for now. The dead trees in because we're going to work on those here in a second. Loading kind of the default color. The default color is that, so we're gonna fill this in. See, now that I'm using like the proper trees in here too, the density looks better. So I might even cut back even more on. I might end up straight up making the map smaller, to be honest, too. I'm realizing how big this is. Oh, here's a big clearing. Because you're straight up not going to be able to see anything in here. I'm gonna lessen that up a bit. Okay, so then the highlights are gonna kind of be, oop, nope. Probably something like that with the shadow. We can give it some nice gray tones that we can alternate between. I'm realizing because I ran into difficulties here when I was creating the dead tree to where I had the secondary renderer. I honestly should be making the I should be applying the color, like the primary color, in the scenery itself. Because I'm just adding more work for myself. Because, like, in that case, if I had done that, I wouldn't have had to make a specifically a dead tree class. Or I guess I didn't have to make a dead tree class, but I had to make a tree class. Which, I mean, to be fair, was to handling the secondary renderers, which, man, I really feel like I could just do all of this in one single class. Because I could have the primary renderer, the secondary renderer. That might be worth a refactor at some point. Yeah, I'm kind of making this more difficult than it needs to be with the, because then I could just have scenery objects. Okay, so for starters, I'm gonna up the chance for trees a bit for that. What was else I was gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead. So now I'm gonna start doing the. What did I do? Oh, that's what. Okay. Grab this guy. But then we're going to use the dead trees instead. They're going to have like a way like... It's like double that. 1 in 11. Like a 1 in 10 chance. See if that... what that does with the old density. I don't have the rocks in yet, so I can't do that. That's cool. I actually, because this slots into the top of here, I didn't actually need to make this sprite because I could just reuse it because I can just draw. Well, no, it's because it's got the highlighting. Yeah, that does matter a little. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a tree, like a tree stump, and basically take that and put it here. So I got like a short little stubby tree stump. I did the math wrong. Not the math. I forgot to change the... Should be that. Come on, Unity. Quit being so slow. It doesn't like what I'm doing. Do it. Let me... While that's loading, I'm going to look like... Cool. All right, let's run that. So this guy is... You guys want to do tile maps? That's not... Okay, so this post, someone's going, my boss is an idiot, wants me to spawn thousands of individual sprites at once on a huge 1000 by 200 sprite. Of course, even just pressing play on Unity takes around 5 minutes without anything else in the scene. I mean, that's probably a little bit dramatic because I'm doing that right now. So it goes, do not instantiate game objects. Build up an array of transform matrices for each sprite and then render them using graphics.render mesh instance. Will work for up to 1023 sprites per call, or even better, use a particle system if you can. So this guy's generating... This other guy. Also, reason my boss is an idiot. Sounds like you're the programmer here. Come up with a better solution. Prove that it's better and present it. And goes, I can't imagine your boss really gives a shit show how it's implemented as long as it works well. See, I don't know if it's actually, if I'm actually having performance issues. Like, because when it's running, it's fine. It doesn't take crazy long to load. It's just Unity's like upset when I close it out. Okay, I'm starting to feel like the density I picked for the dirt still a little high. Well, maybe not. Seemed like way out. Ooh, not quite that far. I guess it's not terrible. I think I want it to be a little bit less though. Like, what am I doing right now? 1 in 10. Let's make it like 20. Do I want a slightly bigger rock? I'm not sure. I also could I might make like a laying down like log. Just to have in the, oh yeah, while we're at it, let's grab this guy. What did I do? No. So I'm gonna grab that guy. I'm gonna put you here. And then we're gonna grab this. Except we're gonna put it over here. That seems about right. Okay. That's cool. Let's run that. I feel like another rock would be neat to have. I can definitely flip the grass and that'll do some variation. Oh, now it's just straight up not spawning. What was I using? Like 75. There we go. Oh no, it's. Oh, that rain's coming down again. God, it's been so rainy the past few days. Okay, so it is creating. A few of them. Okay. Yeah, maybe another rock would be cool. Get a little bit of highlighting up in here. A little bit of shading. So there's a couple different rocks. What else was I going to do? Oh, I wanted a log that was like laying flat. So let's grab this guy. We're gonna rotate it like that, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, V, flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then let's grab this. Do that. Oh, just shy. There we go. And I gotta put some shadow in here, and this one's gonna be a little annoying now because of how I decided to draw it, but I don't think I need that much shadow. Too far. There we go. Save that off. This is a spot where I'm gonna go ahead and push what I've got here. Added forest art. Forest generation. Commit all this. Because yeah, I think I really think I made this like, yeah, way too like unnecessary. Scenery. Okay. Oh, my cat's just sneezed. Okay, so basically I'm gonna have the primary renderer, the secondary. Of the primary, the secondary, and then any additional stuff. I don't think I'm gonna go any crazier than having stuff really be generated more than once. Because what's annoying is the fact that like I now have to make like the rock, for example. I'm gonna have to make a rock class specifically for the rock. That's just gonna be a copy of the forest tree. So make this clear, the primary generated renderer, the secondary generated renderer, and then we'll have additional static renderers. And these are the ones that like those are basically the ones that like if I craft something and I'm not gonna have it have like random stuff to it. Like most of the stuff in that like the trees can be like natural and stuff like that, but I don't think I'm gonna have anything like in other levels that are necessarily going to be like random colors all the time. When I'm in a more of a like a manufactured kind of area, like a human manufactured area, and something that's not just like generated by nature. So that's what we're gonna do there. The default transparent and default opaque, that's basically anything that's neat. This applies to those additional static renderers to make them be like maintain whatever color they were, but still be able to make them transparent when I go behind them. Current transparent, current. So it's gonna be current primary transparent. And then these, I'll need 2 more for the secondary. Because the idea is too is I don't want to make all these sprites like overly complex either. So I really shouldn't need more than that. We'll have 2 serialized field of list of colors. You can literally just be new. Actually, I don't even need to do that, apparently. I forgot about that. So primary renderer colors. This will be a list of secondary colors. And while I'm at it, make sure I'm naming this stuff correctly. Secondary renderer colors. There we go. These all have to be... Hey, Steve, how's it going? This is going to make it more... This is going to make it more complicated, though, if I do it this way. Do I want to rewrite this, or am I fine just having separate classes? It might be better if I just do separate classes, to be completely honest. Instead of trying to cram everything into a single thing. Yeah, let's... Screw this. This is going to be way too... This is going to get way too gnarly. Okay, yeah, let's revert these changes. It was an idea, but yeah, it was an idea, but I don't want to mess with that. Okay, so you're basically going to need to create a new script. Oh, where do I even have this guy? What assembly are you in? Where were you guys actually being saved? Hold on. Forest grass. Oh, you're throwing it in the root. Come on. Scripts. Yep. You're gonna freak out, I know, because I just moved the script. You guys are gonna go into, is it common? What's under components? Oh, that's that stuff. Interface, no, definitely not in there. Items not in there. Manager's not in there. State machine. I guess I can put them in common. But Steve, my man, how's it going? Been a whole couple days since I've been inside your stream. Been busy with work. So I can make a, I should make a new folder in here though and call it scenery. We'll grab scenery and we'll grab that. Drop you guys in there. And then we'll separate this out by level. So forest, drop you there, drop you there. Cool, go in here. Let's make a new script. Do forest rock. I could actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I could, because I could have the scenery. Let's delete this guy. So we got the scenery script. I can make another scenery script that accepts a palette of colors for randomness. What would be a good name for that? That I would actually know what the hell I'm referring to this. Because then that would be reusable. Oh, what do I even call this script? The scenery, like... Scenery. I need to make this clear, otherwise in the future I'm gonna like forget what the hell this means. But like, I mean, I guess I could always look at the script later. I just scenery, because I guess I have scenery static and I have scenery custom. Let's call it custom for now. Because then what I can do is I can go into I can go into grass. That's what I'm looking for. Because forest grass literally is just taking in a color. So like if I grab the forest grass, I just grab all this stuff. Put that there. That will accomplish the same thing. And then eventually I guess I can do a third one, which is like scenery complex, which is what like the tree would fall under, which is fine. But that now means I can actually, I can do here is if I pull up the grass, copy that guy, add scenery custom. remove that component, plop the colors in. Cool. If I go back into the level, yeah, it doesn't know what that is now, so I can just pop that guy back in. Yeah, we'll fix the trees at some point, but now if I run this, the grass should work just fine. And if that's the case, that means I can now just basically copy the grass, replace the sprite with the rock sprite, give it a different color palette, and that will also just work. And there we go. The grass is drawing just fine. Neat. Okay, cool. So that means now. Oh yeah, that's like broken and shit now. Okay. Because now technically the dead trees can now just be custom scenery. I'm gonna have to put some documentation in on what these actually mean. But yeah, so the grass can just be custom scenery. These can be custom scenery. These will be custom scenery. This with a stump will be considered complex because it's got multiple generated bits. And then anything else like with it, and then like anything that has like static bits that don't need to like change at all just falls under, because I think the base scenery class is oh yep, that's gone. Because my base scenery class now, yeah, it basically checks if the primary renderer and does the additional renders, and then the additional renderers just like work. Okay, so that works. So what we want here, let's turn this reference guy back on. Let's throw grass forest in here, duplicate this. Actually, let's just duplicate this, rename this, there we go. This is gonna be rock forest 01. Grab that, drop that guy in here. Let's delete this one because I don't need it in the scene. This guy, reset the transform. And, ooh, I actually gotta fix this atlas. You need to have the sprite drawn. Let's go there. 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 And there. That cool. Let's put that guy over. I gotta do the last one over here. Apply all that. I can mess with the pivots later. Start with the rock. You really don't even need a This guy really doesn't need to be transparent. But that's fine. Pop that in. Okay, cool. So I do have the prefab made already, so we can get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of the reference. Actually, I mean, I don't care if the reference is there or not. Level. Interesting. I've got too many. I mean, I have rocks like pretty much spawn anywhere, but I think the grass is already so dense. I think I would leave the rocks like specific to their area. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Rocks. Cool. And basically what we'll do is if the grayscale is in here, basically gonna be this again. So it's renaming this is gonna be a pain. All right, so tree chance, cool. Do that. The rocks will be a little bit more common, I guess. Sure, I'm just throwing random numbers out as right now. We do want this to be rocks though. Jesus, I all right, so rock forest, we can duplicate this. That'll be 2. The only difference is you, my friend, are I never changed this. Oh, I never. Damn it. Okay. That's probably fine. Let's do that. Rock 2. So that's using 8. You're using 7. All right. If I go back to the level now. The rocks. Oops. Level. Lock. These guys, drop them into the rocks. I need to have more, given how long this takes, I need to have more confidence in what I'm doing is going to work. because it's taking too long to let it just do its thing. I didn't give him a palette. So they're gonna be like weird shades of green. Which, funny enough, they look like little bushes when I do that. Yeah, it's funny, but that's obviously not what we want. Jackson, it is 3 o'clock. It is not time for dinner yet, buddy. Say hi to the people. Oh, okay. Say bye to the people. I think get these rocks down. I pretty much just got to add, I just got to create the prefabs for the a couple other different items in here, which will be quick and easy. And then I can start working on POIs. So I'll have to start building, like, I think I'll start with the barn, like the little forest shack. Or like the campsite, because I was definitely, I'm going to build like probably like a single campsite, little group campsite, probably like a cabin. And then a couple other larger POIs. I mean, they're pretty much going to look like this. Okay, so that's the 2 rocks. Oh, I think what I wanted to do is have a, oh, it's spawning the grass. Scenery dot. Oh. What am I looking for? Actually, there's got to be a better way for a random. Let me see. Let me check for a random bool. Oh, actually, okay. I can do scenery dot get component sprite renderer dot flip x equals random dot range of 0 to 2. Oh, I can't just, I thought it would just, if I set a 0 or 1 to the Boolean, it would like that. I thought I could do that. I bet you I could do bool dot parse. Oh, it takes in a string? Why are you taking in a string? Please tell me you can take in an int. Like, come on. Really? Character, string, object, object, object. That is annoying. I just cast it as a bool. I'm spending more time trying to figure out a dumb way to do this instead of just doing it the way that it went. Okay, you definitely cannot cast it as a bool. I could have swore there was a way to do this that was like nice and cool and like kind of cheeky and elegant. Yep, that's dumb. Okay, so I literally got to do... Yeah, I'm trying to do a turn area here. I'm trying to make it ugly. This is getting ugly. All right, fine. Whatever. Fine. Int flip equals that. How do I, what's the syntax for this? I know there's a slick way to do this. Ternary operator. I just can never remember how to write these damn things. Not how I remembered how to do it. Screw it. I don't even want to do it anymore. Not even going to do it. Not worth the time. God, this is so ugly. Okay. So I got rocks. I got dead trees. I've got grass. We got regular trees. I think that's all I'm going to do for now. I think I'm not going to... Because the other ones I can just add in later. Well, that's loading. I'm going to go get a snack. I'm kind of hungry. My stomach's growling. I will be right back. It's a tragedy. I don't have any food. Also, I was thinking while I was up, let me see if you are still in here. It would appear so. Okay, so I know I won't call you out because I know you kind of like to lurk a lot. So, but if you can hear me, I know you reached out to me on Discord about some sort of like opportunity or something or whatever and stuff. I have made a studio specific Discord account if you hadn't seen yet. So you definitely feel free to, reach out to that account now that it exists. It should be open for people to DM it. Yeah, the whole reason I did that in the first place was I just wanted my I had been using my personal Discord account for the longest time, and I kind of wanted to just separate it out. And so I kind of like closed it off for like for DMs, which ended up becoming a pain because there's a lot of my friends that I realized I wasn't friends with on Discord. And they were like, "Oh, I can't DM you anymore." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I didn't." It was also weird timing too, because there was kind of there was an old Discord that I used to be in with some friends that I kind of like up and left because I didn't get sick of the people in it. I just got sick of like stuff that happened in it. And so yeah, so it's like I disappeared from that Discord, and then I turned around and like blocked all my DMs and shit. So like I feel like I sent like out like a bad message to like friends. Why is that rock green? Because that's the other rock. Oh, yeah. I can't freaking do anything because Unity doesn't know what to do when I shut down. I wonder... I got an idea. I got an idea that might work. Man, my Nightbot has not done its job. I've been streaming for almost an hour and a half, and it has not done the automated like commands the entire freaking time. So yeah, I guess because while I'm thinking about it, I can go ahead and throw in here for anyone that is not in it. That's the command for that guy, and that thing should be firing off every half hour, and it hasn't yet. Okay, I'm gonna try something. AKA, if I go to the player, how do I do it in the hideout? Level transition. Okay, so the scene is just a string. I gotcha. I wonder if I just temporary in the player on get input, if I do if input let's get key down. Key code, let's say, I don't know, Z. I'm gonna do scene manager dot load scene, which for the time being is sample scene. I wonder if I load out of the level and then exit like Unity, and then exit the game, I wonder if that'll help with this like weird crashing thing that it's not crashing, but it's like weird. It also just takes a minute to generate the level, but I'm not surprised because it's doing a lot of work to create the level. Okay, so we're in the level. It's not really any faster, is it? There's gonna be some levels that load instantaneously, and there's gonna be other levels that like take a minute to load. This is about how long it takes when I when I just close Unity. Oh, look, we're back. And then if I stop it, like ends immediately. Yeah, so it just takes a while to unload that level. If I add in like proper culling, I think it's called. Maybe that'll help. Actually, if I just render all these trees and stuff properly, that'll probably help too. Thing is, I don't know if I can because it's doing like the mesh. Which, I mean, can I do an object? Sprite mask. If I add just like a mesh. What's a mesh renderer? Hold on. What's the difference between there's several ranges available by default using sprite render over mesh render. Shader, material, main texture of sprite render. The same material will use multiple sprites, so you don't need to create as many materials. Atlasing, you can have a lot of sprites in a single image. You need just see chords, blah, 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 blah. Tiling. Okay, cool. Using mesh render as a mix with sprite renders in regard to sorting. Note that mesh render does not include sorting later, sort order, although there's a component called sorting group you can add to make it do that. Yeah, I think it's just the creating and destroying the objects that's like taking a while, in which that, I mean, that can be covered by like a loading bar, like a loading scene that has a progress bar and stuff. Yeah, because then there's this sorting group thing that does have a, oh, interesting. The problem is I still have to, I'd still be creating these objects, so I don't think that's not going to help me, because it's the instantiation that's heavy, and I need to do I gotta see if there's a smoother, like a lighter way to do it. I forget what the term is for it, but there's a way that you can create like instances of, I think I don't even know how to explain it. I haven't done that in ages because I haven't made a game that requires it in ages. But yeah, so let's just get rid of that because that clearly did not solve any issues. All right, what do we work on now? I think we work on POIs. So what we need is we need a base POI class, essentially, because basically what I need to, so okay, so for starters, common components, interfaces, items, level scripts, managers, state, blah 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 blah. This is probably could go in common. Create a new folder. Call this POI. Let's go in here. A new script, and this is just going to be called POI. So first things first, on the force generator, this could all be, there we go. Well, actually, I can completely bring that down, because that's all the stuff that's dependent on things. So now basically what I need to do is create a POI. We'll just do a base POI for now. What we do need in the scene is a POIs. Set this guy at 0, 0, 0. And we'll have a POI container. It'll just be a game object underscore POI container. So we save that off. Actually, well, now we need to create a POI. So for starters, let's just call this a forest camp small 01. So this will be just a single forest camp. The first thing I want to do is add a collider. And honestly, it should probably be I don't want it to be a circle collider. I want it to be a box collider. Well, box colliders are fine. So box collider 2D. 10 by 10. Prefabs. Create a new folder, and these are going to be POI. Drop that bad boy in there. Delete that guy. Go into the level. Camp. Oh wait, that's POI container. That's fine. Let's put you there. POI camp. This camp does not have the POI script on it yet. That's why. There we go. So now the hell? Come on. Point of that is to allow me to search for these things. Whatever, drop it in there. So a lot of stuff is gonna have Git component Unity. I wonder if Git component like yeah, okay. I'm just gonna put it in here. So this is gonna be a, what did I make this? Oh yeah, so I mean every require component. Come on. Type of box collider 2D. So anything that is this is going to require that. And this is going to be so it's going to be a private box collider 2D. Collider. And this thing's going to have a couple different jobs depending on, I mean, I'll make specific ones for like specific things, but here it's just literally going to be used for clearing. On trigger enter 2D. Actually, one thing we got to make sure we do too is generate that. Here, box, or no. Collider dot is trigger is equal to true. On trigger enter 2D. I think that's really the only one I need on trigger enter 2D for this guy. Collision.game object. Or no. Destroy collision.game object. Cool. So what I want it to do here is I'm going to do POA, or no, it's instantiate. POI equals instantiate POI. POI dot transform dot set parent. Cool. And then we're going to do the POI dot transform, or come on, transform dot position is going to equal a new of 10 comma 10 comma 10 0. So what this should do is, when I run this, we should see like a decently sized clearing of the square. I might change this to like a polygon so I can draw it like UI. Might not have made it big enough to make it noticeable. Print. Destroy. Hopefully I see. Oh. Jackson, you still got over an hour, buddy. Jackson, you're fine. You're fine. I need to test something. Actually, if I go here and I do oh man, the YouTube chat's not even working. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So it is working, but my bot isn't working on the YouTube side. Okay. Let's run it again and see, because I want to make sure it's like triggering like a bunch of times. I probably should turn on gizmos too, so I can find that box and see how big it is. So. Oh, I didn't even assign that thing. Damn it. That would be why it didn't work. Oh, this is tedious. I feel like half the stream today has been me sitting here waiting for this to load and unload. And like I could be doing art on the side because I was like earlier I was kind of drawing bits and pieces of these as I was waiting for Unity to sort shit out. Oh, actually, while we're waiting here, tomorrow, normally tomorrow is like my normal stream day, as I said before. Today, like, I mean, today is not even normally a stream day for me. Normally I'm off today, but this week has just been like, let's stream, and because it's been a while. Tomorrow I will not be able to stream. I have a, I gotta take our cat to the vet. And then on top of that, next Wednesday, I will not be streaming because I got a doctor's appointment. But what I'll probably do next week then is, since I'm not streaming on Wednesday, I'll stream on either Monday or Thursday, whatever day is the day I end up not being at the game store. Because normally I play Pokemon on Mondays, I play Warhammer on Thursdays. Yeah, so we'll figure out next week. But then next week also should be the normal length streams. I've been ending at 4 this week because of being on call. I don't want to be like distracted like too much. Okay, so if I go into let's open up that POI again. Open it up itself. Collider. There we go. The Trump dance. That was God. Has anyone seen that? There's a video, and I think it was from the last election too, where he was like up there doing that little like dance thing he does or whatever, but then someone put it to like the beat of like the Home Depot song. All right, gizmos. Oh, Lord, holy shit. Okay. So you are at 10. Oh, I'm dumb. 10's up here. Didn't think about that. If how do I do this? Attack. Okay, so it is get component. Okay, so if collision dot game object get component scenery does not equal null. Do that. And then actually where I am supposed to do this is the force generation. I actually need to be a -10 on the, let's make it a little bit farther though. 25 and -25. Because that'll destroy anything that's classified as scenery. Because anything inside like an actual POI isn't going to be classified as scenery. All right, let's get rid of these gizmos because we know that box is huge. That shouldn't be destroying me. And why is it destroying everything except me? Or no, why is it destroying me and like nothing else? Does Nightbot work on YouTube? I'm gonna have to do some research on that, but okay, cool. Okay, so if collision game out to get component scenery does not equal. Oh wait, this needed to be attack. That's where it was. So like if, so in here, it'll say if when I'm doing these untriggered enter event handlers. I gotta relearn how to do some of these dynamically. But I think something like a POI is way too complex for me to be doing a lot of this stuff through code anyway. So like, it's fine. Honestly, I think I went a little overboard on some of the things, like the player character. Like I have that entire thing being generated by code, and I think there's some bits that are a little bit confusing because it's like it's all stuff I very easily could have just done in editor. And I was like in this whole like, I mean, I very much am a code first kind of developer, but I think there's a line. Like the player, I could very easily like do that. These POIs, it's going to be a little bit more of a pain to do all that setup. So yeah, in here, when I'm checking on the trigger, I see if the collision is not the specific character's game object and the collision of game character does not equal null, it shouldn't be killing me because I'm not. I'm not scenery. I'm not scenery, guys. Turn the gizmo so I can find the damn thing. Oh god, this is laggy. Yeah, see, it's not destroying any of that stuff, but then the second I step in, it's... And all that stuff should be scenery. Unless I put it first and then have the stuff spawn, because then they'll appear in it and they'll spawn and get deleted. I might be doing it backwards. Still doesn't explain why it's destroying me, but... And actually, in this, there's a thing I want to get rid of in the scenery that I don't need anymore. Don't need to see these sorting orders. Now, I'm going to be off in like 10 minutes. There's a sizable chance I'll be back later playing... Oh, no, I'm not going to be playing Content Warning later because one of our buddies is out of town. Yeah, never mind. As I say, I've been doing like random, like I get done streaming and then I end up playing some games with some of my friends and I pop the stream back up. But we definitely won't be playing Content Warning because we don't really like playing that game with only 2 people. It's a little hard sometimes. I mean, that game is one of those games where like a full party is definitely more fun. It's just easier too because you don't have to do like... You don't have to jump through hoops to get some of the views that you're trying to get sometimes. Oh yeah, it just lags like crazy when I throw the gizmos up. Why? Oh my god, I didn't save it. So it doesn't explain why it's not deleting trees, but I didn't save the script. That's probably why it's deleting me. Oh my god, it's because they're all triggers. Hold on. A trigger will detect other triggers only if it has a rigid body attached to it. Removing the rigid body will make the trigger detect only colliders. I might have to add rigid bodies to these, but let's... That sucks. I want to add a rigid body. Just quit destroying me, though. So somewhere down here, there's going to be a big old square. Yep, it don't kill me no more. It just ain't really. I'm gonna have to get more specific because I don't want to. I'm just gonna have this open clearing. I don't know if I like that. I guess I can give them all rigid bodies. It's fine. Until I forget to turn gravity off, and then all like, God, 10,000 of these objects are all trying to do physics calculations, and then lagging, then causes my computer to explode or something. Looking at my computer exploding. I haven't done this in a while. Make sure my temps all seem healthy. Especially since my computer's like super under load right now. Jackson, no, it's not dinner time yet. Chill. No sensors. Oh, look at that. Max temperature on my graphics card, 40 degrees. CPU, maximum temperature, 48 degrees. We chill. My computer runs so cold. Okay, so let's start with something simple. Let's do the grass. Rigid body 2D. So body type static. Which actually just gets rid of everything. Let's save that off. Because what I could do now is just dynamically add a rigid body like on creation. Which is something honestly I might do, is just to keep the other side of the thing clean. Oh, that is causing so much lag. Okay, that was not the answer. There should be a clearing somewhere. Didn't even work. I shot myself apparently. Okay, that was a no-no. That caused so much lag. See if there's anything that can help me here. Collider dot get Let's check the documentation. Size, edge radius, auto tiling. Obsolete. Let's go to the actual documentation and see what it says here. Unity documentation, Unity manual, collider 2D. But I haven't put on these guys a polygon collider. Or, well, no. I guess I need to see. Not grass forest. Box collider. Just to be specific. The physics systems ignores this collider when it is enabled. Merge, intersect, difference, auto tiling, offset. Okay, get that. Will instantiate trigger on, trigger enter. Okay, so it's gotta be on trigger stay, I guess. See if that does it. Oh, and it's 4 o'clock. So while we're testing this, I'll give you guys the old spiel. Well, I already said won't be streaming tomorrow because I gotta take my cat to the dentist, the vet. I got a dentist appointment, but that's not gonna interfere with anything. Yeah, we gotta take the cat to the vet. Won't be streaming next Wednesday because of different doctor's appointment. Not the dentist. I said dentist. I didn't mean that. I meant my infusion. What else do I got? Oh yeah, so we'll be back to normal schedule next week on Tuesday from 2 to 5. Follow me on the social medias. I've been doing a better job at updating like Twitter and stuff like that. All the VODs get uploaded to YouTube. This still didn't do anything. I'm on Blue Sky also. I need to get better at updating Blue Sky, putting pictures on the Instagram and all that fun stuff. And please, please, please definitely join the Discord. That's probably where I will be, especially if I can get a community going on there. That's probably where I'll be most active. And that's where the easiest way to know if I'm going live, because there's a bot in there that says, hey, I'm going live. But with that, you guys have a good night, have a good weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.